Welcome back to another bonus episode of Project Reclamation. Thank you all for listening. We are proud members of the Podbelly Podcast Network. Go pig out on podcasts. Check it out on podbelly.com. There is a bunch of different podcasts. I'm sure you'll find 1 or 10 that you like or love. Probably love. Just guessing. Other than that, we are proudly sponsored by El Yucateco Hot Sauce, the king of flavors since 1968. It is the #1 habanero hot sauce in the U.S. and top 5 hot sauces. Honestly, in my household and anybody who's truly a hot sauce fan, I would say it should be #1. They have a bunch of different flavors depending on your palate and your, I don't know, how hot you like shit. If you're not super hot, you got your habanero on the one end. Then you got your chipotle, like some spicy, smoky, delicious barbecue sauce tasting kind of stuff. And then, hey, if you want to go for the gold, try XXX. It's my favorite. And it's the best, but, it's got a little too much heat for some people. But you got your, whatever flavor you want. You got all kinds of different stuff. So try it out. Dump it on everything. Literally, soup, chili, sandwiches, tacos, Mexican food, not Mexican food. Put it on your lasagna. Put it on anything. Put it on your cheesecake. That might taste good. Chili chocolate cheesecake. Who knows? Go nuts. Go nuts. So thank you to El Yucateco. Go get yourself a bottle or all of them. Try it all, That's all we got. Enjoy this bonus episode.
Proud members of the Podbelly Podcast Network.
I know you're tired. I know you're hurting. And I wish I could say something that was classy and inspirational.
You can do it!
But it just wouldn't be our style.
Welcome to Project Reclamation, where you rebuild, re-energize, and reclaim your life.
Seriously, what the fuck is an air fryer?
It's the greatest invention in modern day history. It went electricity, it went automobile, it went whatever Jonas Salk did, and it went air fryer. Boom.
Okay, fine.
And I'm not shortchanging it, man. For
so what
$69.99, you too can enter the millennium.
Oh, dude. So I've now, dude. Now I got. Sorry, my mind just got going. Cooking excites me a lot.
I can tell
you watching a lot of cooking shows.
Up.
But the air fryer is one thing I've just never known. Like, it's not frying anything.
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a convection oven. I don't know. It circulates this hot air.
Does it just
around something?
Around,
yeah,
interesting.
And it like cooks something. I don't know. It fries the skin. I don't know how to say it. Or fries the outside, or makes it crispy and crunchy on the outside, and that's what it does.
Okay, check this out. You want to know what I got recently?
Talk to me.
I got a little one of those spiralizers.
What is that? Is it like the thing that makes like curly potato fries?
Yeah, like you can make like curly fries, or you can make like, people use it to make like noodles.
You put it like basically like a spit or something.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
Right?
You basically
like a hog on a spit, right?
Let's say you got a potato. You chop off both ends. The one end has a bunch of like a wheel, like a little circle with a bunch of little spikes.
Yeah.
So you boom, and then you push it into the thing, and then you just crank it.
Nice.
Like, I mean, it seems like a little janky. It's plastic, but dude, it works so well.
That's awesome.
And great investment. It was like $22 or something.
Dude, that's awesome.
So I made noodles.
Fries.
No, I made noodles out of butternut squash and sweet potato.
I was gonna say because like, how did you make noodles? I don't think that's how noodles are made.
No. But those fake noodles you can
like
buy
those veggie noodles or whatever.
You can buy like the butternut squash, or I think sweet potato noodles at like Trader Joe's. But for one pack, it's like $5. I mean,
dude.
For like $1 or 50 cents or whatever.
You just buy the squash and then
I made
put
a
it on
shitload of. And it takes like a minute, and then basically like once I had them, you just throw it in a pan with a little bit of oil, kind of toss it around a little bit,
and fries it up.
And
right?
just kind of like cooks it a little bit. Yeah. You don't want to, and you don't if you're gonna do this, don't cook it for long. They don't need to very long. They're ready in a few minutes. And then I threw in like some ground turkey, and and the pesto that I made,
dude,
from scratch with my own basil plant. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for the basil plant.
Shout out to this never-ending basil plant.
Shout out to my never-ending basil stories.
Can I just say, like, I would say, I don't, fries, like, fries that you buy at McDonald's or whatever, sometimes you just don't know where they're coming from or what they are. But if you just chop up a bunch of potatoes and then you kind of just dip them in olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of, I don't know, basil or whatever you want to add to it.
Yeah, sure.
and then you just kind of put it in the air fryer. It's like where it's coming from.
So when you put it, so if you make your own French fries and put it in the air fryer, does are they like crispy?
They come out crispy. So
that's pretty solid, actually.
The way I come up with it though is that if you want to cut it into like those long shoestring or like those longer kind of formed fries, sure, I'm sure they would come out just like they do now.
Yeah.
But the way I kind of do it is I just chop it into like cubes, almost so it comes out like country style home fries.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That's fine.
And it still comes out the same crispy.
Because what I've been doing lately is take the potato and I cut mine into like, if I'm ordering French fries, we're gonna go buy like, I love the thin ones.
Yeah.
But I don't have that kind of time. So
Yeah.
so if I'm making,
We ain't got time for that.
Usually I just cut them into like kind of like wedges or kind of like steak fries or whatever. But what I'll do is I'll bake the potato first, and then I will cut it into the whatever fry shapes I want, and then I'll coat it with I'll brush it with a little olive oil, some salt and pepper, and I'll put it on a pan and put it on the top shelf rack in my oven at 500, so it broils and it just crisps the edges. So yeah. Dude, it's quite delicious.
Get an air fryer, bro, because I think you could even save yourself all that time.
Dude, I don't have any. I just got like 2 cast iron pans and I got a Dutch oven.
Why did you get all that stuff?
Because cast iron skillets are like the greatest thing on earth.
Apparently,
they're the best fucking thing you could possibly cook with. And they had a set of a 12-inch and a 10-inch at Costco. It was $30.
Oh.
And then the Dutch oven,
Where's the Costco in Mission Valley right now?
This was the one in Santa Barbara.
Oh, Santa Barbara. Damn. All right.
Yeah, I was with my dad, and then we went there, and it was the last one. So it was the first thing we saw when we walked in.
That's actually a great price.
We didn't have a cart, but because it was the last one, I was like, I'm not going to come back for this. So I carried around 40 pounds of cast iron, like
got
the
your
whole
workout
store.
for the day.
Pretty much. And then the Dutch oven. Well, Dutch oven's like just good to have. I was doing I did a little expedition to sourdough bread making, which I made some pretty good sourdough bread, but it's such a pain in the ass.
A lot of people just have the kit and they just put it in the oven, but they add whatever little thing.
Done with it.
Yeah,
it's too much work.
Apparently, my sister was like,
my mom was saying the same thing. She's like, I'm done with that because she tried. Because you have to basically you make your little starter, or someone gives you a starter, and then you have to feed the starter like twice a day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just buy that little kit. You know what I mean? It's just like a bunch of like yeast or something like that that's ready to rock and roll, and then you just do it that way. I don't know. I've never done it.
Yes, and so see, like I think traditionally the sourdough, because you're letting it like a ferment basically.
Okay.
So you're promoting the growth of the lactobacillus. I think it probably is.
Sure. Why not?
All the fermenty stuff. So you technically, I think traditionally you don't use yeast in sourdough bread, but yeast is kind of like the like shortcut.
Okay.
So it like basically makes its own yeast.
Was it delicious in the end?
It was delicious. Damn. Yeah, the first one I made was pretty good. It was a little undercooked, and it wasn't sour at all. So then I used a different recipe, and it was a little denser than I would have. Like I would have liked it to be a little bit pillowier. Is that even a word? Fucking pillow.
We made it a word.
MyPillow.com. Not a sponsor, by the way. Oh shit.
What?
Oh shit.
MyPillow.com?
No. Sorry. My brain just fucking short-circuited right now. What was I talking about?
You were talking about
I think I just had a stroke.
Okay.
No, the sourdough breads, the pillowier. Yeah. So, but it's just so much work. And then essentially you make your bread, and then you would take, a certain amount of that dough, and then that becomes your starter.
Oh, cool.
So you're just constantly doing. Then I guess if you want to put the brakes on it, I think you could put the starter in the fridge, and then I think you just have to feed it like once a week or something like that.
Okay.
I don't really know how it works, but baking is not my thing. I love cooking, but I hate measuring shit.
Yeah.
That's just not, I don't. And then I've been watching a lot of cooking shows, and like confections is even worse, dude.
What is confection?
Like candy and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
candy is just like,
dude. I didn't realize how hard chocolate is to work with. Like it's like a fucking weird.
Dude.
Like it's got like a mind of its own, and it's all about like the temperatures. And anyways, I don't even like baking because it's too precise for me. I don't operate that way.
Yeah.
I like stuff where I can kind of season it, cook it, taste it.
There's no rubric.
It's like art versus science.
Yeah. There's no rubric to some of that stuff. You just kind of go and kind of create. I would say that like one of my favorite things has been this air fryer. I mean, it really, really, if you come home and you just don't want to cook anything and you're just like, because sometimes it's a production, but it's like, spices or something like that. You literally have a Teflon coated whatever it is on the inside, like a stain resistant, whatever it is. You literally file in some chicken breast or chicken drumsticks or whatever, or you just put whatever in there. and you can literally just kind of like just set it for.
Well, it's probably healthy because you don't
You
really
go
need
to
to.
town.
Do you put oil on stuff or no?
You can put like a little bit of oil, but it doesn't need the oil to fry it up.
You're not frying it in the
Yeah,
oil.
yeah. One of my biggest things in the world is. Oh, the tray. I just cleaned it, so it's over on the other side.
Yeah, you could fit like a couple of chicken breasts in there.
Oh yeah, because it's pretty deep, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty deep. You could fit a mound of fries in
What's
there.
the
if you
best
really
thing
wanted
you've
it.
ever made in your air fryer?
Golly, it definitely would have to be so. Like I will take like a salmon fillet,
Okay.
and then I'll just season it, salt, like put basil on it, whatever, garlic, throw it all in there, onions,
Okay.
and then put it in a piece of tinfoil, and then wrap it all in there, and then just put it inside the little thing. And then like 8 minutes later, it's done and it's ready to roll, and it's the most delicious thing. I used to do like a baked fish that way. You know what I mean? Where you just throw a piece of fish in the oven, you bake it, and it just takes like 30 or 40 minutes. But this way, it's like 8 minutes and it's done. And it's just, I mean, it's to the max. It's so good. So
Did you listen to that one episode that JB and I did?
no,
You didn't listen to the last one?
no. The mangoes.
Oh, yeah. It was funny because JB introduced me to this guy, Cowboy Kent Rollins, and he has a cooking show. But he's like one of these, like, what do you call it? He's like he like does like ranch style cooking. So like he cooks everything outdoors. Like I guess he literally like goes to like ranches and like,
I think I know who this is because
So
it was
it's
like a
all
60
like-
Minutes episode about like a guy.
oh
like
yeah,
this.
so it's all like Dutch oven stuff and like
Sure.
cast iron, and he cooks over like literally coals and shit.
Sure.
So anyways, I was showing this guy to my mom, and somehow we ended up watching an episode of Mexican cornbread,
Okay.
and we had to make it because it looked delicious. I made it, and it was fucking amazing.
Wow.
It's not healthy at all, but it was amazing. It was like he puts
Some of the best things are not
he
healthy
puts
at
in
all.
like onions and peppers, and you get that all cooked, and then you throw in a can of cream corn. I had to make cream corn from scratch because I couldn't find a can of cream corn at the store. But actually, the from scratch stuff is way better. That stuff's delicious. So I did that, and then you throw in a half a brick of cream cheese and like a cup of cheddar cheese. Then you mix your
not
corn.
healthy at all.
No. Then you mix your cornmeal and your flour, and then you throw in like the egg and some buttermilk. Which, by the way, if you need buttermilk for a recipe and you don't have it, you can just take a cup of whole milk, and I think you throw in like a tablespoon of either lemon juice or vinegar, and that makes buttermilk.
Really?
Kind of
Yeah.
enough to suffice for a recipe.
All right.
I'm sure it's
fair
not
enough.
delicious, but
Damn.
it'll work. So, anyways, yeah. Then you mix all that together, so it's kind of like you get this. I don't know. It was just fucking delicious.
If I were anybody out there and you're looking for just a fun little toy to kind of play with, definitely invest in an air fryer. You'll never go wrong. And you can even just take your regular like fries that you see in like your grocery freezers aisle and just put them in there too. And it just like comes out in like 4 or 5 minutes and boom.
For some reason, I'm envisioning like coconut shrimp.
Yeah,
in
you
an
can
air
definitely do
fryer.
that one. Yeah.
Ooh, panko. I need to buy some panko.
Dude.
I wish there was like a healthier. Well, I guess if you're just dusting something with it, it's not that
Thank
bad.
you, air fryer. Anyways,
This episode is sponsored by no, it's not. But air
no
fryers.
sponsors here. That's
No.
all I got.
Cool. All right. Well, that's all I got. Y'all be good. Talk soon. Bye.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.